Imagine losing your father at age 4 and being sent to work as an apprentice at age 7. This is the story of Cosmos Maduka. Cosmos was born in Inewi, Anambra State, into a family that is struggling to make ends meet. But his life took a sharp turn when his father passed away. At age 7, he became an apprentice under his uncle. Now, here's the twist. He was not being paid. His rewards were food, shelter, and the life lessons he had to learn from serving his uncle. No cash, no any form of payment. After several years of apprenticeship, Cosmos Maduka was unfairly and unjustly dismissed from his apprenticeship. At 14, he had no jobs, no education at all. If you were in his shoe, what would you do? Most of you would blame everybody and give a lot of excuses, but not Cosmos Maduka. With the little he was given, Cosmos started selling motorcycle spare parts. Here is another thing you need to take note of. Customers kept coming back. Not because he had the fanciest shops, no, but because of his honesty. Everyone that patronized him would usually come back again. If he told you a part was genuine and it was original, so it was, and everyone trusted him. If he ever told you anything, you could take it to the bank. And this was one of the things that really helped him. His reputation for integrity became his biggest asset, and one of the things that people knew him for. Reputation for integrity and honesty. That reputation for trust, honesty, and integrity paid off when he got a deal with BMW. In case you do not know, BMW is a global brand in the automobile industry. And the global brand came for him because of his honesty and reputation for integrity and trust. He became a representative of the BMW brand in Nigeria. Now, again, I like that you think, pause and think about this. A boy who had no education, no money, no job, is now representing a global brand, by extension selling BMW. He moved from selling motorcycle spare parts to selling luxury cars. What a twist. Now, here is the most interesting thing. His Coscharis Group grew into one of the largest business empire and conglomerates in Nigeria. And where it gets interesting is this. Cosmos Maduka didn't just invest in businesses. He invested in building people and communities and diversify into several older businesses, like agriculture, for example. He even earned the trust of the government that he started supplying cars to the government. Hear this, very interesting. When BMW first met him, they were not sure if he could represent their brand. A boy who had never had a car, had a poor background and a humble beginning. How could he have, represented a luxury car brand? But when they saw his character, integrity, and honesty, they had no option other than to trust him to represent them here in Nigeria. How do you marry these two together? From someone who had no bicycle to someone who sells luxury cars. Now, here's the lesson. Cosmos Maduka's story didn't just teach us about trust, honesty, and integrity. His story also taught us that trust, honesty, and integrity are actually tools for wealth building. He wasn't educated. He didn't have any connections, but he was honest. He had integrity and treated people right. And these things stood for him, paved way for him when the opportunity came. What's the takeaway? If you want to build wealth, start by building trust. Allow people to trust you. Be honest and build integrity. Be honest in all your dealings and deliver on your promises. Invest in relationships. Cosmos Maduka didn't look for connections or handouts. He earned the trust of those that later helped him. He built integrity instead of looking for handouts or begging for connections. If he can rise from nothing and just a humble beginning to representing a global brand and becoming one of the wealthiest billionaires in Nigeria, you can do better, no matter what your background is. If you found this story inspiring and you have learned a lot from this story, share it with others so we can help others learn and grow. Until next time, stay true to yourself and keep growing in wealth.